Hey, it's John again, and it is around 2.5 weeks that I have not smoked. I don't have long to talk today. I am ridiculously busy. I've been busy with layouts for Cracked. I actually completed 2 columns this last week. One is running today about how today's not going to suck, and I kind of wrote that for myself as much as I did everybody else, because those of you who are quitting smoking know how badly it sucks, like every second of the day whenever you're not smoking. So I wrote that for basically myself, and tried to spin it a little bit positively towards other people. Hopefully it'll help some people out. There's a thing that I ran into this last week that I want to warn you guys about. If you'll notice behind me, I've got my tea, and there you can see a bag of sunflower seeds behind there, and then a box of nicotine gum. I've used the nicotine gum to kind of help me out on the really rough spots, and it has helped. It's helped a lot more than the patches ever did, because I don't have a constant source of nicotine entering my system like when the patches are there. And with the gum, it's if I feel myself getting really frustrated or tensed out, I can grab a piece of that and make sure that, you know, I can not pick it up again for another couple hours, and it sort of just takes the edge off. But when you quit smoking, I think everybody who's quitting smoking is watching this knows that you eat a lot more. You can probably tell my face I've actually gained a little bit of weight. But the problem is not so much the weight gain for me, because I've got a high metabolism to begin with, but it's the fact that I'm eating foods that I'm not used to eating. And so, like, before I quit smoking, I never ate carrots, ever. I just don't like them. But raw carrots are all right. So I bought a thing of those baby carrots and then some of that vegetable dip. And the bag of carrots that I got is like a 2 or 3 pound bag, and I would eat half of a bag of those in one sitting. The problem is, if you're not used to eating carrots like that, your body does not like it at all. And that, combined with eating just ridiculous amounts of sunflower seeds, really fucked my stomach up hardcore. I was running in and out of the bathroom like crazy, and the really bad part wasn't the constant crapping. It was my stomach had pain unlike I'd never felt before. I mean, it was so bad I thought that I was going to have to go to the hospital at one point. It was horrible. So if you're quitting smoking and you're using things to kind of munch on throughout the day to kind of get you through that oral fixation, don't go crazy with it, because the addict part of your brain is going to want you to go crazy with it. That's part of the addiction part of the human brain, is we like to overdo everything. But if you do that, you're gonna fuck yourself up, like bad, man. My stomach is horrible. I've calmed down a little bit off of that, and I'm finding new ways to get through it and get my mind off of it. I found that whenever, for whatever reason, if I'm watching an episode of X-Files and my mind is completely into one of those, I don't crave. I don't think at all while my mind is distracted like that. And it's something I should have picked up from whenever I was quitting booze, but it didn't register with me whenever I was quitting smoking. So if you can keep your mind busy, it does help. And the only other thing is to remember that the nicotine fits that you have, the intense cravings, generally last between 3 and 5 minutes. So if you can, there was a neat thing that I found while doing research for an article, in which they said that a good idea is to keep a clock around, like for your cell phone, anything that's got a clock on it. And when you find yourself having cravings, to watch the clock. Because while you're in the cravings, pardon me, I've got extreme heartburn right now too, but while you're having the cravings, it seems like they last a lot longer than they are, because your mind kind of distorts that time. When you're in pain, you don't really focus on time the way you would when you're normal. And so those 3 to 5 minutes seem sometimes like 10, 15, 20 minutes. But if you keep a clock there, you can keep yourself grounded and rooted in reality. And that's extremely important. And it has helped me out. Like if I watch the clock on my computer, on my taskbar, when I start to have cravings, it really does help. Knowing that everything is temporary really does help though, because once you get past those cravings, you're pretty good for a while after that. So just keep in mind that it's not the end of the world. Those cravings do lessen over time, the same way as when I talked about it in quitting drinking. The biggest thing is for me to personally remember that, because the last time I quit, 3 months down the line, I started back up again. It's hard. It's harder than quitting drinking in my experience, because I've yet to quit smoking. And I haven't smoked in 2.5 weeks, but like I said, last time I started smoking again at 3 months after not touching one. So that danger is always there. Just with any addiction, it's always there. Your mind is wanting you to go back to doing it again. But anyway, I wanted to check in and let you know that I'm 2.5 weeks in. I'm still going pretty strong. I'm not out of the woods by any means, but I do have to get going because I still have a shitload of work to do. But I will get one of these done as soon as I can. I never know if I'm going to be able to make one of these in a couple days or if it's going to be a week, but I still plan on making more of these because they helped immensely when I quit drinking, and if for nothing else than to simply hold me accountable for my actions. And I think I'd be insane to not continue that with this battle. So good luck, and I will see you next time.